having anal fissure, it is giving too much pain. So and that analgesic I don't want to take because it affects the kidney. So any Ayurvedic painkiller can be suggested by you?
What pain? What kind of pain are you having?
Anal fissure, there is a at the
Anal
time
fissure. Anal fissure.
at the time of delivery there is a lot of pain. I am observing. So
Okay. Anal
the
fissure is there. Okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah, I previously also requested to you about this problem.
Yeah. Generally, on sessions, what we do is we don't prescribe any medicines because
Okay.
we take a complete history and then we prescribe any medicine.
No, only that analgesic tablet it is given by the allopathic medicine. They are given. They can travel to the kidney. So some Ayurvedic medicine can be taken. Then this I want to know.
Yeah, can be taken, but
Yeah,
you are not interested in solving the anal fissure problem.
yeah. I am. You have suggested that I am taking sitz bath and that soft leg. That is Ayurvedic mixture. Which is
Mm-hmm.
that I am already taking. But
Mm-hmm.
the painkiller I am taking that ibuprofen and paracetamol. So in place of that, can Ayurvedic medicine can be taken? It can be used.
Taken, taken. I have prescribed one thing in the chart window. You can just copy it.
Okay.
It is always better to approach the whole situation in a holistic way.
Yeah.
Its bath will help, but the fissure should get healed. For that, you need to use some medicines. Those medicines will heal the fissure and also reduce the pain.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
So for that we need to speak not on the session, but personally I have to speak with you.
okay. So if you like, can give the name of the medicine in the chart.
Already I've written the medicine in the chart.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
वो फ्रेश होने की बताओ किधर है यार वो उनसे पूछ लो वो बताएंगे
So as we all know, this session is all about preserving the health of a healthy person. And we will not discuss about the treatments or I will not prescribe medicines online, that too in the session. So if you do have any questions about your personal health, it will be better to contact me separately, not on the session, so that I can speak with you for some time and understand your condition and then prescribe a medicine instead of prescribing any random medicine online. So that is my strong suggestion. Anyway, let us go into today's session. Bhagyashali Jadavji is asking, drinking tea or coffee is good or bad? Any stimulant is not at all good for health. Tea and coffee, they stimulate your brain and make you alert, active. Um, but continuously getting addicted to tea or coffee. And some people say that if they don't drink tea, they get headache. If they want clarity of mind, they need tea or coffee. That kind of addiction is bad. Just like that, if you're drinking once or twice, is okay. But remember that these stimulants are rajoguna in nature. This rajoguna increases anger, irritation, and frustration, excitement in the long run. So it is not at all advised advisable if you want to consume larger quantities of stimulants. Any stimulant, whether it is tea or coffee or tobacco or anything which stimulates your mind artificially, is not good. If you can get rid of tea and coffee, For example, in my case, I don't drink tea and coffee, but still I am happy, healthy. So body doesn't need stimulants. But if you are already used to it, and if you can get rid of it, it is good. Otherwise, minimize the consumption of tea or coffee. So today we will discuss about these universal health principles, which based on which this entire holistic human health course is based upon. So we all know that majority of the people who died during corona are those people who were already having lifestyle disorders, like diseases related to their heart, respiratory system, related to the kidney, liver, obesity, diabetes, cancer, and autoimmune disorders. All are lifestyle disorders which are affecting our body because we have not followed a healthy lifestyle. And because this lifestyle disorder is already present in the body, that body is getting affected by all kinds of infections. Because lifestyle disorders will bring down the immunity of the body. The defense mechanism will become very weak. So any bacteria or virus can damage your body. That is the reason why majority of the people who died or were on the ventilators or who got badly affected or who are now suffering with side effects of corona, all were those people who were having some kind of lifestyle disorder. So it is very important for us to understand these lifestyle disorders. WHO says lifestyle disorders are due to rapid unplanned urbanization, globalization of unhealthy lifestyle, unhealthy diet, lack of physical activity. So lifestyle disorders are the major challenges for sustainable development of a country. But the solution by World Health Organization is not so encouraging. They want to detect, screen, and treat, provide access to palliative care for all the people in need. So every 6 months, do all the screening, all the blood tests, all the X-rays, MRIs, all those things. And if you find any disease in the initial stage, treat it, strengthening early detection and timely treatment. And WHO has set itself a goal of reducing the premature mortality by lifestyle disorders by 25% by the time that we reach 2025, and reduce it by 1/3 by the time we reach 2030. So we need to understand that in India, it is not at all possible to implement such things. Just to do a corona test for all the people was very difficult for us. If you want to screen the entire population for all the diseases every 6 months, it's not at all a solution. But there are some countries, developed countries, where there are facilities, less population, more money, better infrastructure, better machines to conduct these tests regularly and treat the disease early. But the data shows that in such countries, if you compare such countries with countries like India, developing country where lifestyle disorders are the reason for mortality or deaths, 70% of deaths are due to lifestyle disorders in developing countries. In high income countries, deaths because of these lifestyle disorders are 88%. So the solution by World Health Organization, which is already present in the developing countries, is still not able to control the lifestyle disorders and control the deaths due to lifestyle disorders. So treating early is not at all a solution. The solution is to prevent the occurrence of the disease and help the person stay healthy always. So preserving the health of a healthy person is the only solution. And how do we do that? Simple, by following a healthy lifestyle. For that, we need to assimilate the knowledge from all the healthcare systems working towards preserving the health of a healthy person. And then put that knowledge into practice to design your own healthy lifestyle and achieve that perfect health. Unfortunately, nowadays, everyone wants to stay healthy after Corona, and they are searching for ways to stay healthy. And there is too much of information available online in the Facebook, or YouTube, or Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, WhatsApp, everywhere you get information in bits and pieces in the form of health tips. They are like do's and don'ts, rules and regulations. Unfortunately, these are all not universal. Some tips might help you, some tips might damage your health, because we are not actually understanding the health principles and we are just listening to some prescriptions. If you go to a doctor, doctor examines you, understands your problem, and then prescribes a tailor-made prescription which is suitable for your own condition. Whereas these online prescriptions universally given to all of us are not at all helping and causing so many problems. So it is not at all advisable to search for some health tips and put them into practice without understanding the principles behind them. So what can we do? That is the reason why we have formulated this holistic human health course, which we are hoping that it will reach all the students, entire education system. Because students are staying for almost 20-25 years in education system, but by the time they complete their studies, they are not in a position to take good care of their own body or take good care of the health of their family, forget about the society and nature. So if we can give them these principles with which they can design their own healthy lifestyle, and we help them design it and put it into practice till they experience the results and they do it with their own self motivation, and that is the better solution. That is what we think. So before we go into the principles part, let us understand. Previously, there was a confusion. What is health? Oxford Dictionary used to say that state of being free from illness or injury is health. But later, World Health Organization has changed the definition, and World Health Organization says that state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being is health, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So you are physically fit, mentally fit, socially also you are in a wonderful situation where your human relations are wonderful. And now they have added this fourth dimension called spiritual well-being. You know the purpose of your life and you're traveling in the right direction. So all these things ultimately lead to health. That is the actual definition of health. And Lord Shushruta Acharya, some 3000 years back, he defined health as samadosha samagnisya samadhatu malakriyaha prasanna atma indriya manaha swastha ityabadiyate. So all the tissues, organ systems in your body are working fine, and your sense organs, your mind, your soul are in a prasanna sthiti, state of well-being. Then only you are healthy. This was the definition long back, long before World Health Organization's definition in 1948. So we want to discuss these principles, just like universal human values. These principles, we put them into small proposals for your verification. If you want, listen to them. If you feel that they are logical scientifically, once you know them, you understand them, you put them into practice, and then experience the results of these principles putting into practice in your own life, then you will get self motivation. You don't need any kind of external motivation, conditional motivation like fear or incentive. There will be no preconditioning. You will not assume that this might be correct or this might be wrong, because you know it for sure. And with self discipline, you organize your life, then you will reach the state of perfect health, which is not possible with health tips or do's and don'ts or rules and regulations. We all know, as we all have experienced this wonderful subject called universal human values, where we clearly understand the difference between the body and self. And we know that we are the coexistence of self and body. So once we understand this simple thing, many of the principles become very easy for us to understand. So I am here and I am having this body as a wonderful tool for me to achieve the purpose of my life. This understanding and this awareness, if it is there always, then I can put everything into practice and achieve this beautiful goal called perfect health. And these things you already know from universal human values, that self is having some needs which are continuous. Body is also having some needs which are temporary. And those needs we can quantify. Body's needs this much food, this many clothes, so many vehicles, or this much house, or something like that. We can quantify the needs of. In fact, you can quantify the air you require, water you require, everything you can quantify. Whereas the needs of the self are like respect, trust, love, friendship, so many things are there. These things we can't quantify. They are qualitative in nature. So we need to understand the needs of self and body separately, and we need to fulfill them separately, because you can't fulfill the needs of the self with physical facilities. You can't fulfill the needs of the body with some trust or respect. So what are the needs of human body to basically survive? Not about perfect health, but at least to survive, to live, we need air, water, food, and sleep. So how much air is needed and how to take it in the right way? How much water is needed, when to take, when not to take, and what type of water is good for us? How much food is important, how to take that food, when to take, when not to take, what to take, what not to take, and what are the varieties of food we have, and what foods are incompatible with our body, and what foods are incompatible with each other when mixed together. What is the right way of cooking and what is the wrong way of cooking? All these things we need to know. What is good sleep? How much sleep is necessary? When to sleep? How to sleep? All these things are very important. So this is the scope of holistic human health, where we understand these principles. And after understanding these principles, we put them into practice. This yellow part is the understanding part, and the blue part is the application part. We all know that body is a material unit and self is a unit of consciousness. Body, of course, follows the material laws of nature, and body follows the instructions of self. Whatever self says, body does. If you want your body to jump, it will jump. If your body to if you want your body to do yogasanas, it will do. If you want your body to eat junk food, it will eat. If you want your body to fast, it will fast. Whatever you say, it will do. It will follow your instructions diligently. Of course, it will give you some information after following that instruction. So and so thing has happened. This is the present state. It will give you instructions continuously. So you or yourself, it uses your body like a tool or instrument. Body is a gross unit where you can observe all the changes when you put your understanding into practice. Self is a subtle unit. Either it is aware of its own separate existence from the body, or it is unaware. Either it is aware of it, either it is having the right understanding to choose the right response in any situation. Based on the right understanding, it can choose a response, or without right understanding also it will choose a response. But body is not having any such choice. Body's response is definite. If you give nutritious food to the body, it will nourish itself. If you give unhealthy food to the body, it will damage itself. There is no choice. Body will not be able to nourish itself with unhealthy food. And if you give good food, it will not damage itself. There is no choice there. choice is there within ourself. Self can decide whether it wants to run the body in a right way or wrong way. Self can design the lifestyle in the right way so that body will always stay healthy. So it's very important for us to have the right understanding. If you keep on assuming whatever others are saying to be true, then you will get confused because people will tell so many things. And majority of the time, they have some agenda, underlying agenda, and they might guide you in a wrong way. The famous example in which we give to understand about this assuming or having the right understanding is like if you go to a hospital and the doctor prescribes you an injection and asks you to go to the nurse's room and take the injection. And you go to the nurse's room and the nurse is ready to give you the injection, or you are getting ready to take the injection, and suddenly a person appears from the window and he screams, "Hey, bhai, what are you doing? This lady is not the nurse. She is a mental patient escaped from the mental hospital and wearing the uniform of the nurse. She might cause you harm. Don't take the injection." Previously, you have assumed that she is a nurse. Now that someone told you that she is not a nurse and she's a mental patient, now you are assuming that she's a mental patient and you are not ready to take the injection. Now you will run back to the doctor and you will say whatever you have heard. And the doctor will come along with you and look at the nurse and he will say, no, she is working from almost 20 years in my hospital. She is a nurse. She is not, you know, she's not a mental patient. And the person who was screaming from the window, that person is the mental patient. So now you assume that that person is a mental patient and the nurse is a um, nurse based on what doctor told you, but still you don't know whether the person is a nurse or a mental patient. This is all assumptions based on the inputs you receive from the society. Sometimes these can become preconditionings, conditioning your brain in a wrong way. So unless and until we have the right understanding, right knowledge, we will not be able to run this human life with this wonderful tool called human body in a right way. And sometimes that lack of understanding forces us to lead a wrong lifestyle, and that causes diseases. Joseph Jairaji, you have a question?
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste.
Just now you have been giving an example, no, about the lady nurse and a mental
Yes.
fellow. So
Yes.
here, how to get to know the truth? Because the doctor says she is not a mental patient, then we can believe. Is it so?
Yeah, now you are believing the doctor. What I am telling you is you need to earn enough knowledge so that you don't have to believe the doctor also. You don't have to go to a doctor for treatment. If you are going to a hospital, there is no right understanding or something. Whatever they say, you have to believe. They will say you have to go for surgery, you will believe. That's all. There is no solution in when once you are putting your health in the hands of a doctor, you are outsourcing your health to someone else. You have to believe them. That's all.
Okay, now you are a doctor, but according to UHV, you are telling like that. So there is a contradiction, no?
I'm a doctor. I'm not prescribing you a specific diet or a specific regimen or a specific medicine or a specific herb. I don't want to give you any prescription. I want to enrich your knowledge. I want you to design your own lifestyle. You will decide what to do in the morning, what to do in the afternoon, what to eat, what not to eat. I will give you only information, right information. I'll try to give you the best possible information, which I want you to verify. I don't want you to believe whatever I am saying.
Okay. Even when we are teaching to students also, we are asked not to give any solutions because they have to explore and
Yes.
they have to find out and they have to feel that fixed for them.
Yes.
So in that way, it's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Priya.
Welcome, sir. Chamundeswari ji in the chat window wrote, beggars eat stale food from the dustbin in the locality. How do they remain alive? Yeah, they might remain alive. See, they are alive, and we really don't know how many years they are living, what is the condition, when they are dying. We are not following them. Definitely, that stale food from the dustbin is not doing any good for them, but they are somehow surviving. Somehow they are developing some immunity towards all the bacteria and virus, and somehow they are surviving for a few years, and then you can see them malnourished and so many problems mentally also they are disturbed. It's not about the condition of the beggars, and it's not about remaining alive. It is about remaining in a perfect state of health. So that is the thing which we all need. So see, a person who is continuously drinking only mineral water, suddenly if he drinks normal water, he might get infection. But a person who is regularly drinking tap water, his immunity is strong and he will be in a much better state than a person who is drinking only mineral water. Okay, so in this case, the person who is drinking tap water is actually helping his own immunity to grow stronger. But the person who is drinking the tap water is having a bad lifestyle, then obviously his immunity will be weak and he is more prone to infections than the person who is drinking mineral water. So the thing which actually differentiates a healthy person from an unhealthy person is his own lifestyle. If you are having a good lifestyle and you are exposed to so many bacteria, virus, also body will be able to protect itself. All you have to do is enable the body to use its defense mechanism, and which it is already doing for so many years. But because of the bad lifestyle, that defense mechanism becomes weak. That is the place where we have to do something. Let's see what we can do.
So do you say that tap water is better than mineral water because they are filtering everything?
Obviously, tap water is better than mineral water. Mineral water, if you check the pH of the mineral water, it is acidic, sometimes 4 or 5 also. And many people are now worrying about the pH of the mineral water. They are saying it is damaging, it is causing so many free radicals, it is causing degeneration, it is increasing the aging, fastening the aging process. All those things are happening because of the mineral water. A lot of research is happening on the use of reverse osmosis water, RO water, which is not at all healthy. So many things are being discussed, and now the scientific community is still discussing whether to advise my RO water or not. But if you get good water, tap water in your place or groundwater in your place, or you have any doubt, you can get it tested in the groundwater department and take that water and drink, and absolutely no problem. Much, much, much better than mineral water. And that is what we are doing.
If the underground water is tasting bitter, then it's not good, no?
It see definitely tap water or the water from the river will be tasting better than the groundwater. Groundwater taste will not be that good unless you are used to it. It's not about the taste. There are some areas where the underground water can get contaminated due to some pollution or some excess deposit of minerals and all. So for that, you can get it tested in a nearby groundwater department who will test the exact quantity of minerals which are present in the minerals and deposits present in the water, and determine whether that water is potable or not. The water is water can be used for drinking purpose or not.
Okay, thank you, Bhaiya.
Welcome. So it's very important for us to understand these principles. And so before understanding the principles, we need to understand, body always tries to tell us whether whatever is happening inside the body. So just by communicating with your own body, you will be able to understand whether you are healthy or not. So how do we know whether yourself is healthy or not? If you are always having this feeling of happiness and prosperity in yourself, and all of you have heard a lot about this thing in UHV classes. So if you have that feeling of happiness and prosperity in yourself, then yourself is healthy. If you have self-regulation in yourself, you want to do Surya Namaskar every day and you are able to do it, then you are having self-regulation. If you want to avoid something, if you want to get rid of some bad habit, you are able to do it, you have self-regulation. And if you have a feeling of coexistence between your body and yourself, coexistence within your family, harmony within your family, harmony within your society, and coexistence between you and your nature, and that feeling is there always, then yourself is healthy. This is something which we all can test. And how do we know whether the body is healthy or not? If all the organs and organ systems are functioning in a right way, if your digestion is good, excretion is good, sense organs are functioning in the right way, sleep is good, all these things tell you whether you are healthy or not. So we need to observe our body. Yourself should observe your body. Observe your breath pattern. Observe your hunger. Observe your thirst. Observe whether your body is strong or weak. Observe your muscles and joints are flexible or rigid. Observe whether your body is able to withstand strain or not. Observe what's happening whenever there is a change in temperature, whenever there is a change in weather, whenever there is a change in season. What is happening? Are you able to stay healthy without any disturbance whenever there is a change? Observe yourself. Observe yourself with yourself. Whether you are enthusiastic or lethargic. How are you reacting to stressful situations? Are you facing the challenges or running away from the challenges? Are you feeling this prosperity inside your mind, or is still deprivation present in your mind, in yourself? When you're interacting with others, do you have the feeling of trust inside you, or you have the feeling of fear inside you? Do you feel superior or inferior, or feeling of equality? Are you having that good and cordial relationship with people around you, with your family members, with your relatives, with your colleagues, with your boss, with your subordinate, with everyone? Are you feeling that good cordial relationships? Then yourself is healthy. There are certain things which will help you understand whether your body is healthy or not. Like if your food is getting digested in a proper way, and after eating food you feel light and energized, then your digestion is good. After eating your foods, after some time you are feeling bloated and dull and weak, then your digestion is not proper. And if you are feeling hunger regularly every day, then appetite is good. Sometimes your hunger is good, sometimes it is not good, then appetite is not good. If you are sleeping immediately after lying down on your bed, and then your health is good. If you are not able to sleep even after 1 hour, then there is some really big problem which you need to address. If you are jumping out of the bed immediately, listening to the sound of the alarm or someone waking you up, or you are getting, you are waking up but you are not able to jump out of the bed. You are taking a lot of curvate, going this way, that way, and you are stretching yourself out of the bed. Then you are not healthy. If all your 5 sense organs are functioning normally, and maybe a small deterioration over a period of lifespan is okay, but nowadays we see a lot of children having hearing aids and spectacles, then their health is not having some problem. They are not healthy. Elimination of waste should happen regularly. Daily bowel movement should happen, and not only through the bowel movement, regular and comfortable elimination of sweat and urine and even menses for women. All these things are necessary, and if they are happening in the right way, you're healthy. Otherwise, you're not. Healthy ratio of muscle, bone, and fat tissue. Suddenly, if you're losing weight, suddenly if you're gaining weight, then that is a problem. You're not healthy. And if you're
Uh,
natural,
excuse me, Bhaiya.
yes,
Now, regarding night dinner, after how much time we can go to sleep?
at least 1.5 hour, a minimum of 1.5 hour after food, you need
Oh,
to stay awake.
okay, thank you, Bhaiya.
So if your natural strength and immunity is getting maintained, if you are in a group of people and someone sneezes or someone is having fever or cough, immediately if you are catching it, then your immunity is weak, you are not healthy. But in spite of many people having so many infectious diseases, you are staying healthy. That is an indication of your wonderful immunity. If your natural skin color is maintained throughout the life, then you are healthy. Suddenly, skin becomes too dark or too pale or too hot or too cold, too rough or too dry or too over oily. Some change in the skin is an indication of some change inside. So it's very important for us to maintain, look at the skin and understand what's happening. You can observe your nails, you can observe your eye conjunctivas. Every part of your body speaks a lot about your health. All you have to do is understand how this body tries to convey so many things in the form of signals. You need to learn the art of communicating with your own body. Are you able to withstand your physical activity? If yes, you are healthy. If no, you are not healthy. Are you able to withstand hot and cold atmosphere? Are you able to focus and concentrate on whatever you are doing, whatever task is at hand? Is there peace and contentment in yourself? Good and cordial relationships within the family, friends, colleagues, and relatives. All these things indicate whether you are healthy or not. And why should we stay healthy? What is the purpose of this holistic health? If you don't understand why you need to stay healthy, if you confuse a particular shape of the body as health, like zero size or six pack or muscles or all those things, or to win an athletic competition or a gold medal or something like that, or if you need health for that particular purpose, if you think that is the purpose of the health, to get you recognition from the peer group or to get some medals or something like that, then you are mistaken. Why do we need the health of the body? Because body is a wonderful instrument. It will help us reach the purpose of our life, the goal of our life. And to travel in the right direction, you need a healthy body and a healthy mind. So if you don't understand the purpose of your life, then you might go this way, that way. And if you think that achieving that zero figure or hourglass figure or six pack is the only way to achieve health, then you might go in a wrong way. You might take artificial supplements or chemicals or steroids or other things which many people are using just to just to look beautiful, get that desirable shape. Many people are doing so many things. You can see the ads about these corsets or some kind of things which you wear inside the body to tuck your belly in. They will hold your belly tightly so that you will get a good shape whenever you go outside. Many, even men and women, both of them are wearing these things, which will put a lot of pressure on your blood circulation and cause so many diseases. Just because you want to appear good and you follow so many bad things which are available in the market right now, those things will ultimately lead to ill health, and you will not be able to reach the purpose of your life. So let us discuss about the principles which are govern our health. So the first principle is we need to understand that the body is a material unit. So we all know that body is a material unit. It follows the material laws of nature. And the needs of the body are temporary in nature. So you don't need food always. So maybe twice or thrice in a day. And of course, the need of the food also changes with age. So we need to understand the appropriate food which is useful for your body in your present condition according to your own constitution. And generally, in childhood and teenage, when the body is growing, it needs very good nurturing foods, high protein food. And many people get confused that only non-vegetarian food will give that high protein, and there is no high protein available in the vegetarian food, which is again a myth. We need to understand all those things. And when you are in an adult age where there is no further growth, the protein requirement will be minimal. Metabolism will be slow, unlike the age where you're growing rapidly, where the metabolism is too high, where you need lot of nurturing food. Now you don't need lot of nutritious food. You need more cleansing food and food which will maintain the activity. Fiber rich food, fruits and vegetables, and you need less nurturing food. You, even if you take grains and all, you have to take them with full of fiber, whole grains. And this food you need to choose according to your own constitution. We need to understand that we all are unique. We have our own separate requirements. If there are 5 people in a family, 5 people can have 5 different kinds of constitutions, and they all might need some small changes in the food which they consume. So it's very important for us to understand the constitution. Nirupam ji, I have given you the mic.
हाँ नमस्ते भैया नमस्ते सभी को
Namaste.
yeah actually I have read somewhere that protein requirement is 10 no 1 gram per kg of body weight. Protein requirement is
Okay.
like 1 gram per per kg of body weight. So am I having the right information in case of adults too?
No, actually, this
Yeah.
per gram per per kg body weight thing is actually a wrong concept. Even while prescribing medicine, also in majority of the allopathic books, textbooks, for example, if you want to prescribe paracetamol, this much mg per kg of body weight is what is written in the instruction. Some people whose weight is much lesser might need higher dose of medicine, and some people whose body is much heavier built and long and tall and heavy, people with higher body weight might need lesser dose of medicine. Same is the condition with the food also. Okay, so we need to understand our own body constitution so that we will be able to decide the quantity of protein intake or carbohydrate intake or fat intake according to our own constitution.
Okay. And this body constitution means that bath, pitta, tattva, like
Yes,
that.
exactly.
Okay. Thank you. I got it.
Okay. So, and there is another important principle. Principles of similarity and dissimilarity, widely discussed in Ayurveda. Whichever food or activity which can directly enhance similar qualities in our own body, for example, there are certain food items which will strengthen our muscles. So if you eat that food, muscle will get nourished. If you eat that food, the property of that particular food is similar to the property of muscle, so it increases. There are certain food items which will reduce the muscular strength. So that particular property is having opposite property of the muscle or fat or bone or nerve. So the food and activities which are identical in nature with that of your body, they will nourish the body, increase the health, and help you live without any disease. Food substances and food activities also, which are opposite to the nature of the bodily tissues, they will ultimately cause a reduction in the quality of the bodily tissues. So we need to avoid contradictory factors, adopt food and activities responsible for the maintenance of equilibrium of the bodily tissue, so that we will prevent damage to the body and normal state of equilibrium is maintained. For example, ghee is there. Ghee nourishes your brain. Ghee nourishes your nervous system. Ghee strengthens your cartilage. So that is having similar qualities with this soft tissue. So if you take more ghee, it will nourish all these important parts of the body. There are certain items which are, you know, too spicy and too strong stimulants, which will have an opposite quality of your cartilage or your brain tissue. And if you regularly consume those things, they will have an undesirable effect on those tissues. There are certain activities which will nourish your body. For example, sleep is directly proportional to increase in fat, particularly day sleep. So if your sleep is increasing day by day, you are sleeping for more and more time, more and more fat will get accumulated inside the body. Sunlight, for example, is having an opposite quality. Sometimes you get throat infection. There is some phlegm or we call kapha, that is there accumulated in your sinuses, in your nose, in your throat, and that is having this heavy quality, cold quality, and slow quality. It will block the channels in which it is present. All these qualities are there for the phlegm. And you stay for some time in sunlight. Sunlight is having a quality of light quality, hot quality, fast quality, and opens the channels. So the sunlight will have opposite qualities. Staying in sunlight or doing some physical activity or drinking hot water or taking herbs like tulsi and pepper, which are having opposite quality of the phlegm, will reduce those things. It's very important for us to understand this principle of similarity and dissimilarity, and those food items which will nourish the body and those food items which will cause deterioration and malnourishment in the body. Surendra Pratap Saxena ji, you have a question? Okay.
Bhaiya, I have got a question.
Yes, sir.
In India, normally we are having lot of fry foods. In the morning, we eat oiled chapati or puri or dosha, vada. All are oilish. Again, in the afternoon, we are having some fry curries, papad, that is also. Again, in the evening, bhaji, mixture. When we go to any of our friends' houses, relatives' houses, they also give a mixture, some sweet like that. So all are oilish. So do these fatty substances help us in strength of our muscles? That's the question.
Actually, oil is very essential for the nourishment of our body. But unfortunately, oil, just a moment, oil is being abused if you are not using the oil in a right way. If you are reheating the oil, over frying, and losing all the nutrients from the food, then it will damage your body. Otherwise, oil is very good. So if you don't use oil at all, your body will become dry. There will be no lubrication. There will be problem in so many parts of your body. Oil is good, but the right way to consume oil is not to reheat it, not to over fry food in the oil. To put some tadka and put it in a ghee or oil while eating curry or while you're mixing curry with rice. All those things are good practices. But you're over frying or overheating or reheating, then it is a problem. In fact, there is a research which says that heating the potatoes, frying the potatoes in oil produces certain chemicals which can cause cancer. And if the potato is being fried in a reheated oil, it will surely cause some problem will definitely arise. So it is better not to consume overly fried foods regularly. That will cause a problem.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Surendra Pratap ji, you have a question? Okay. So we need proper nourishment, and we also should keep in mind that food can be either medicine.
Hello?
Or yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, let me know, please, that one cardiologist was saying that the ghee is the having animal protein, and the oil is generating triglyceride. So he was saying that even a single drop of oil is not the requirement of the body. So what is the fact? There is a confusing statement. So what to do? He was saying that only 20 milligram oil is the necessity of the body. It is recovered from the different vegetables and the pulses. So taking it outside is not the requirement of the body. It definitely hurts the heart, increases the triglyceride and cholesterol. So what to do?
So as far as allopathic doctors and modern scientists are concerned,
Yeah.
they always give us contradictory statements. Until recently, cholesterol was the villain. Now the scientific community is saying that there is no such thing as bad cholesterol or good cholesterol. Cholesterol is not at all the villain. Cholesterol is not the reason for heart problems. This is what modern scientists are saying right now. Right now, as we speak, doctors, not doctors, the scientists, they are saying that cholesterol is not the villain. So there is no problem with the cholesterol at all. Okay.
And triglyceride.
And from so many years, we were told that oil is bad, ghee is bad, fat is bad, triglycerides are bad, cholesterol is bad. Now they are having their own contradictory statements. Now the scientists are saying, no, cholesterol is good, fat is good. But there is no such confusion in Ayurveda. There is no such confusion in our own Indian tradition. Oil is good, ghee is good, butter is good, all the milk products are good, and we need them, particularly in old age. If you don't consume oil fearing the heart problem, the whole body will become dry, there will be no lubrication, and most of the old people are having constipation because of low intake of these unctuous things like ghee and butter and oil. So it is very important for us to consume oil and ghee and butter. It will not cause heart problems unless and until if you are using this oil and ghee in a wrong way, frying food overly, reheating it, then it will cause problem. Otherwise, no.
Okay. But he was saying only 20 mg.
No, that is wrong. That is wrong. Definitely wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. 20 mg. What is 20 mg? Milligrams.
Milligram. Yeah.
That is wrong. Body
And
needs lubrication. Lubrication is an essential, this thing for all of us.
and he have written a book that oil less cooking, and 1,000 recipes can be cooked without oil. He was saying the butter is a natural oil. Cook the food only in butter, not use any sort of oil and ghee. They are damaging heart, generating cholesterol and triglycerides.
They are definitely not damaging the heart. And if you look at our ancestors,
Yeah.
like there are there are some people whose house names indicate that they used to drink ghee in glasses, in the whole, like in the hand they used to pour and drink, and from that they get their names. They used to do a nice physical activity, and also they consume lots and lots of ghee and butter and oil. without any problem at all.
Okay.
The problem right now is the kind of oil you are getting. All these refined oils are bad. All cold pressed oils are good. All the ghee you are getting from the cream you separate from the milk without heating it, that ghee is bad. The ghee you prepare at your home from the curd by taking the butter, heating the butter, that is good. So this is essential for human consumption, human survival.
And the cream which is extracted without heating is not
That causes so many problems.
okay.
It's simple logic. You have a ripe mango, you have an unripe mango. You make a juice of this ripe mango and drink, you will feel nourished. You take a juice of unripe mango and drink it, you will feel so many problems. You'll get so many problems. That's it. If the milk is getting converted into curd and you extract butter out of it, then heat it, that ghee is very, very good. It will not cause any problem to your heart.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. So I think it is time. We have so many other principles which we will continue discussing in the next session. If you have any other question, we can take. We have 1 more minute, 2 more minutes.
Yeah, but I have one confusion.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead. Hello? You can unmute, Nirupamji.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, I have one confusion. I have listened those load LDL, HDL, VLDL, and some. I perhaps this LDL is means harmful for the body, more harmful for the body. All these are kinds
Yes.
of
Yeah, previously they used to say like that. Now they say there is no such thing as a good cholesterol or bad cholesterol. So don't worry about LDL and HDL. If your lifestyle is good, you don't have to worry about your cholesterol. If you're eating good food, physical activity, sleeping in time, getting up in time, eating in time, and keeping your mind peaceful, then you don't have to worry about your cholesterol at all.
Okay. Okay.
हेलो नमस्ते भैया
Namaste, Ganesh ji.
हाँ नमस्ते नमस्ते माय अदर फ्रेंड्स भाई आई वुड लाइक टू नो दिस द right way of cooking and right quantity right time if you can say something at least some highlights can you give maybe I have listened properly that time.
Yeah, that is what we are discussing about in this every week. We are discussing for the past 3-4 years. Yes, right way of cooking is cooking in a moderate way, not overcooking it, not losing nutrients. Moderate cooking is the right way of cooking. If you're over frying it or over cooking it, then it will lose all the nutrients. If you are not cooking it properly, also undercooking also can cause a problem. If you're eating raw food, then also it can cause problem. If your digestion system is weak, it will cause so many problems if you are eating raw food. And if you are overcooking the food, also it is causing so many problems. And for many pulses which are having so many proteins which are heavy to the body, we need to add tadka, the spices which we add to those pulses, which will help the body digest those heavy pulses which are protein rich. Easily they'll get digested with the help of the spices if they are present in less quantity. But if you add more and more spices just for the sake of taste, then they will damage your digestive system. The same spices will damage your digestive system. And if you're not cooking the food in good, healthy utensils, and you are using aluminum cookers, plastic things, non-stick cookware, those things will add so many chemicals to your food, which will eventually damage your health. So you need to select healthy utensils like bronze and iron and earthen cookware, or at least good quality steel is better than aluminum and plastic and non-stick.
Acha.
And then you need to consume it immediately. You should not preserve the food, keep them in the refrigerator, reheat it and use it
Acha.
again and again. That causes majority of the problems. Putting the
Acha.
cooked food in the refrigerator is a recipe for disaster.
Sir, still pressure cooker can be used or not?
Pressure cooker cooks the food in a very short time, breaks it with pressure. That is the reason why that particular cooking is not healthy. If at all, even if you are using pressure cooker, put the cooker in a very slow flame so that it will not break the food immediately. If you can cook without a pressure cooker, that is the best way to cook.
Acha.
In a low temperature.
Yes.
Okay.
Acha. Bhaiya, right time something, right? Right
Yes.
time.
Right time to right time to consume food.
Right time. You have to take the food.
Yeah. The best
When you
time to
say
consume the
something.
heaviest meal of the day is the time when the sun is bright. Between 11 to 12 or maximum 11 to 1 p.m. is the best time to consume heaviest meal of the day. Breakfast and dinner they should be very light and as early as possible, like before 7. If you can consume your dinner, that is the best time to consume your dinner. And before 8, if you can consume your breakfast, that is the best time to consume a breakfast. If you can skip the breakfast and have the lunch early, only 2 meals in a day, that will be the best thing to do.
Best. That actually, bhaiya, after joining the UHV in family, now we know something with that circadian clock. That by 8 the breakfast, and here as you said that by maximum 12:30 to 1 p.m. Food,
Yes.
lunch, and then by 8 p.m. That nowadays after joining these UHB courses, most of us I think are following something that.
Most of the
We are following, as you are saying that time we are following in the morning by 7 it is not happening, but by 8 some of us are trying nowadays.
So see, if you want to stay healthy, you have to tune your body in sync with your in the and external environment with the nature. Then only your circadian rhythm will be good and you will stay healthy. That we will discuss in the upcoming classes.
Yeah. I think Bhaiya, just last one thing, that oil or ghee like that, on that how much we should give or we should not give, like please just a minute please. Oil or ghee used in our cooking, na, how much is good or how much not, like.
See, the oil should be used to put a tadka for your curry. So how much oil you will use for putting a tadka? Very less. Okay, 3-4 spoons, not more than that. If you are using the same oil for frying the curry, then it will take a lot of oil. And oil quantity also will increase. And the frying will cause so many harmful changes in the food. And it will lose all the nutrients.
Vitamins also.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Bhaiya, from my side. That is okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Sundaraj Bhaiya, and certainly very enriching session for all of us. We certainly like to have more such sessions. So let's respect the circadian rhythm and call it a day, and we meet again for more such discussion next Friday, 7:30. So thank you, Sundar Bhaiya. Thank you all the course. Namaste, everybody. Namaste.